Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. Fuck ice. I'm your rolling Shorty. We're going to carry on looking through the DC Next Level books for now. I might do Deathstroke. I'm not convinced myself that yet. There's other books I'd rather read. But Batwoman is one I absolutely was going to read. It's the only one of the 3 new releases from DC which made it onto my pull list before they came out. Because, well, for a few reasons. Number one, I actually am a Batwoman fan. I really quite liked a lot of the stuff I read. I mean, go back to the J.H. Williams third stuff. It's spectacular. I mean, you can't really deny that was like an iconic run for the character, and DC may have shot themselves in the foot a little bit, and I feel like when that ended the way it did, I kind of fell off it a little bit, and I've been looking for a good creative team to come back on and do something, and I feel like the entire team here is worth talking about. Everyone has turned up and done different things. I mean, Rucker, for a start, I mean, this guy is like comic book royalty at this point, I think. I mean, I can't imagine many people who like comic books who've not read some stuff he's done. I mean, for me, I'm going to go to Old Guard. It's really, really good. I've always enjoyed that, and honestly, even the movie, the first one, is great as well. So the fact that he was taking over on Batwoman, I was like, yeah, okay, this has got some promise. This gives me like faith that a creator is going to turn up and do something interesting with it. It's not just going to be towing the line. Don't get me wrong, I don't really know like Rucker's intent, or I don't know him well enough as a creator to guess his intent, if he's going to try to be subversive or if he's towing the line. I don't think he will. I think he's going to push it to the point that it's going to be interesting for people who like the idea of characters going a little bit beyond and trying something more interesting. But he's also writing a mainstream DC comic book, and I don't mind the fact that I don't think he's going to like do a Denise Camp, shall we say, and like really, really use it as a way to critique the industry. But he does some really good writing tricks. For a start, we have like a multi-narrative thing going on here. We have our, like, say, contemporary narrative of Batwoman, well, her real life person, basically seeking help after trauma, both physical and emotional, and we then get the flashbacks of what happened. And the writing on both sides of this is really effective. In the contemporary pieces, there'd be, I think, a temptation to lore dump and exposit too much, and I think he just manages it perfect. We get enough of what's going on in the contemporary world to get a sense of why Kate is there, and who these people are. Just little snippets of the various other characters in the world. Not so much that it feels like I'm drowning in unnecessary information, and it's also just moving the story on quite nicely. But the bigger challenge comes in the flashback stuff, where we get this rather fantastic fight sequence with somebody. I mean, yeah, I was going to say I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's her sister. It's one of the main aspects of the character is her sister, so I don't really mind spoiling that one too much. But we have these really nice difference of ways of talking, with the sister going for that more archaic, verbose language. In the middle of a fight scene, it kind of gets broken up a little bit, and she's fairly consistently interrupted, as if she's interrupting herself. And it's the kind of which makes it hard to maintain a flow. But I think Rucker leans into this, and he has those breaks at just the right moment, so there's just enough of the poetry of the dialogue to bring you in more than if it was just backwards and forwards between a good guy and a bad guy. You know, there's more to it, and I like it. But if I'm honest, the artwork is probably the biggest selling point for me. I mean, I'm a big Danny fan, have been for quite some time, and there's an awful lot which she's done which I really like, and hell, almost every time I read a book with her in the artwork, I always think to myself, wow, this might be the best she's ever done. It feels like, again, I could be making that claim. But it turns out she's just amazing consistently. Her use of line work is brilliant. Like, she has an economy of line which I really admire. The pages seem to be quite detailed, but she knows exactly when to pull away from it, and in this particular case it comes to a lot of trust, because this is just in black and white. Don't get me wrong, it would look amazing. It reminds me of some early Sin City kind of work, but the colouring, Matt Hollingsworth just such an amazing job, and it feels like it's a bit too clean to be 100% done by hand. I don't know. Maybe he's just that good. And if he is, I apologise for doubting you, sir. But I think it's more of a digital tool effect, but the brush tools he uses look so good. It feels like it's just getting that line of, like, I could absolutely believe it was all done by hand. And he understands how Danny's line work works. So we get these moments where she doesn't have, like, the outlines of events and characters and objects, but things behind them just stop at certain points, and then we see the colouring go right up to those lines with really confident shading, and trusting to the ink work. It's, yeah, I mean, the entire thing comes together and it's spectacular. And then The twist at the end, I'm not going to spoil this one at all because it is a proper twist, as in it will make you reevaluate an awful lot of what you've read, and it's only in the first issue. I mean, it's pretty much a masterclass of how you do a first issue. I want to know more. I want to know how that twist took place. I want to find out more about the backstory. I want to know where they are now. And there is some other characters that do get introduced with very little fanfare, and I want to know more about them. Honestly, it's a great issue 1, and I'm really glad, after reading Lobo, that this is much better. That's it for me for now, though. Until I see you all again, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!